Kaulana, kaulana ku uho me puni vai pi'o mena pe anani o ka aina ka kelahe haliali'i. So we're going to kavelu. Right, left, kaholo, back on the left side, and do your house, okay? Let's try it together. Ready? On that kavelu step. Back right, left right, kaholo, back to the left, and form your castle. Kakela, castle. Hehaliali'i is the royal home. That's what it's saying. Ready? Once more. Kavelu, right foot back, right foot forward, left kaholo. Here we go. Kakela he haliali'i, he rode ku uhoalike. All right, let's take it from the beginning. Kaulana ku uhome pa. Kaulana ku uhome puni vai pi'o mena pe anani o ka aina ka kelahe haliali'i e rode ku uhoalike. It's like they compare me to King Herod. That's what it says. Okay, once more. Kaulana. Kaulana ku uhome puni vai pi'o mena pe anani o ka aina ka kelahe haliali'i he rode ku uhoalike. Okay, write that much out. If you haven't read your translation, famous is my home, beloved Waipi'o, and the beautiful borders of the land, a castle, a royal house. I am like Herod, a haughty king. So I wasn't far off. What does it mean? Like I say, poets have what is called kauna that they write into mele. And kauna has many associations in mele, the tradition of mele. Will we ever know that composer's kauna? And the answer is absolutely not. It is theirs and theirs alone. It is the secret part of a mele. And if you're so lucky that they share it with you, good. But if not, don't guess. When I teach as a kumuhula, and I've taught over 50 years, I don't teach to dance kauna. I don't know the kauna, only the composer. What do I teach? The literal translation of the mele. And earlier you heard me talk about the words. If you didn't write the mele, you cannot tell me what the kauna is. That is just a guesstimation. Only the composer can do that. Now, if you're learning a song I wrote and I share that with you, then you have that. But songs like this that were written way before even my grandparents were born, we'll never know the kauna of those mele. Can we still dance them? Of course. They're written for hula. What do we dance to? How the motions create, how the words create the motion. You know, I watch a lot of hula, and I judged the Mare Monarch several times. And interpretation is a great part, yeah. And how the kumu hula interprets that hula. And that's on the Mare Monarch score sheet. That's the highest percentage. Every category has but 10 points, but I think for interpretation there are 15. So if you interpret it really well, you can score really high. But I often in the meetings warn the kumuhula that stay within the translation. Don't interpret as if you wrote the song and it is your kauna. It's not. Stay within the literal translation and you will get scored accordingly. But if you do things like, for example, Papalina Lahi Lahi, who said it was about ass cheeks? And everybody touches their ass. That's not what it's talking about. Somebody said something and everybody wants to do that. That's not what it's about. And then there's always mysterious motions with Uluvehi Kekai. The composer was my teacher. I didn't learn those things. So when people start doing, I call them mysterious motions because I have no idea where they're coming from in the interpretation. Listen, the words are there. Follow the direction of the words. You want to step out of the box, do so at your own risk. But if there is a seasoned kumuhula there watching or even judging, be very cautious. Because we learned that from the very first day of hula. The kauna doesn't belong to you. So even if we think it has rascal central connotations, unless you were taught that by a kumuhula who came from that time period, then it is just a guesstimation. And, I like to be honest when I teach. I like to be very honest and set the record straight about hula. Let's continue. Just sharing. All right, so the last part of the melee is the easiest part. It's just o step I mua and an o step I hope. So let's take it from kaulana and kaulana ku uhome univai pi o mena pe anani o ka aina ka kelahe haliali he rode ku uhoali ke and mo I puniha ke imua right, ihope left. Once more, forward and back. We take our kaholo, 1 and 2 and 3. Kaulana. Kaulana ku uhome punivai pi o mena pe anani o ka aina ka kelahe haliali I he rode ku uhoali ke mo I puniha ke. Kaholo. Let's try it once more. Hold on. My clothing is the rays of the sun. That's what it says. Kukuna okala. Kahela. Kukuna okala. Ko ukapaia. E olino ne a punika honua. It's glowing all over the world. Okay? Once again, kahela into lele. So kahela akauhema, right, left. Lele imua akauhema, right, left. And into that kavelu step. Kavelu kaapuni, circular. Here we go. Kukuna pa. Kukuna okala. ko ukapaia, e olino neia punika honua. I'm going to face the front. Pa and Hela. Kukuna okala ko ukapaia from the center. E olino neia punika honua. Back to the front. Okay, once more. Hela. Kukuna okala ko ukapaia. E olino neia punika honua. Write that down. Your steps and your motion. Auwe a elu na lilo, lihi launa ole mai. So again, this is just a literal translation, but it is beautiful. The rays of the sun are my garments, as I said before, sparkling or shining brightly all over the world, far above, so high beyond reach. There are no limits for the great Lord of the day. The great Lord. You have a paper, read it. It's written there. There are no limits for the great Lord of the day. So all powerful, I think, is what it's saying. I think that's what it's saying. So, these songs that were written about Waipi'o are really, really beautiful songs, but of course, there are stories. Now, the story of the song and the kauna of the song and the literal translation of the song, they're all different. Why the song was written is also a unique aspect of the song. So Hi'ilave was written about a couple that was having an affair in Waipi'o. The words, as I'm reading it, is much similar story. Do you know who King Herod was in the Bible? And what did he do? He judged Jesus Christ, right? And what happened? He was crucified, right? So if you think about that story, why would this person be writing that story into the mele if they themselves were not being crucified by their community for, again, having an extramarital affair? That's what it alludes to. Is that the true story? No. But as a composer, I do know and understand allusions, metaphors, personifications, which are all traditions in composing music. So you do not write about someone in a mele without a purpose being there. So it seems that this person is writing about how they were crucified, not literally, but crucified by their community for having this love affair. And we're going to learn that the love affair was with a gentleman that was half Spanish, because it says Hapa Pua Sepadia, my half Spanish blossom. Much to be learned from Mele. I mean, I think the people back then were very real, practical, and wrote about their lives, which is wonderful. We have a glimpse, right, of what their lives was like. Okay, here we go. Kukuna okala pa. Kukuna okala ko ukapa ia e olino neia punika honua. Auwe a e luna lilo, lihi launa ole mai. Okay, just that much there. Ready? I'll step back. Auwe a e luna lilo, so way up high. Lihi launa ole mai. No limits, no borders. Okay? Once more, pa. Aue ae luna lilo. Lihi launa ole mai. Again, O step, right foot. Taking it way up to the top on the right side. O step, left foot, back and up. Kaholo to the right. Kaholo to the left. Okay, write that down. Okay, let's finish that that verse. So let's take it from Kukuna Okala. Kukuna Okala ko ukapa ia e olino nei apuni ka hodua. Oh my God, awe. Aue a e luna lilo, lihi launa ole mai. Kukahela na ali inui o ke ao kaholo left back. Kukahela forward, right foot. 1, 2, kaholo left back. 3. Again. Na ali inui o ke a. Once more. Na ali inui o ke ao. Good, let's try the 2 verses. Heha Waipi'o mena pe anani o ka aina ka kela he haliali he rode ku uho ali ke uniha ake kukuna o kala ko ukapa ia e olino nei unika honua lihi launa kukuna o kala ko ukapa ia unika honua awe e luna lilo no borders lihi launa na ali'i okay right to finish so okay. The recording that we're using is me singing, but the original recording of me singing is very fast, so we had to slow it down. That's why it doesn't sound like me. And then I ended up losing the original one, but we have this one. So I sent it to Mehana so you can share it later on with all the people that are attending. So it's actually me. Now, when I was growing up, we only sang 4 verses. Of course, there are more. Just like with Hi'ilave, there's a lot more verses. There's so much more to the story. But these are the 4 verses that we sang to, that we danced to. Today, everybody wants to be culturally correct. They want to do all the verses. Well, that's good. Go right ahead. Fine with me. We'll just do. And that's what tradition is, right? You follow. And if this is what your kupuna did, then you follow. And then if somebody says, well, that's not right, then your reply should be, just like talk to my kumu should be, talk to my kupuna. And then they go, but they're already dead. And the answer is, well, go ahead, follow. You need to talk to them, go. All right, so we're at the next verse, Aola. So we're going to kaholo right and left, and it goes, E ola ma'ua mea ukini. Then we're going to kahela. Mea ulei o neia aina. Okay, once again, moving to the right from the center. E ola ma'ua mea ukini. Kahela. Mea ulei o neia aina. Okay, so I live, I survive with all of you. The lay of my land. Pa. E ola ma'ua mea ukini. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all at once. Right? Get the timing. Here we go. E ola ma'ua mea ukini. Mea ulei o neia aina. Pulupe ika hunakai. Right first. Right, left, right, left. Pulupe, wet, moist. Ika hunakai, the sea spray. Because if you go down to Waipi'o, there's a beautiful, beautiful beach there. And again, the mele is in Waipi'o. Pulupe, pulupe ika hunakai. Okay, all the way to that part there. Pa. E ola ma'ua mea ukini. Mea ulei o neia aina. Pulupe ika unakai. One more time and then you write it down. Just that part. We're on the third verse. Eola. Eola ma'ua mea ukini. Mea ulei o neia aina. Pulupe ika unakai. Up to that point. So we're on the third verse. We just have the ending to do. Okay. Eola pa. Oh, this way. And Eola ma'ua mea ukini. Mea ulei o neia aina. Pulupe ika unakai. Right. Ka I amili I kalima. 2 right amis. The fish caught in the hand. Okay? The fish. No kauna, the fish. Ready, and the fish caught in the hand, or step back. Heha Waipi'o e kanoe, left kaholo. Step back, or step, heha. Heha, not eha. Heha, which means dizzy, feeling faint in the mist. That's what it says. I feel faint in the mist. Heha is, your mind is foggy. So you've heard that expression, right? When the mind is foggy, we say heha ika uanoi. Mist is fog. Heha Waipi'o ika noi. Waipi'o is foggy in the mist. Pa. Heha Waipi'o e kanoi. Kaholo. 1, 2, 3. Eola. Eola ma'ua mea ukini. Mea ulei o neia aina. Pulupe I kahuna kai. Ka I amili I kalima. Heha Waipi'o e kanoe. Kaholo. 1, 2, Eola. Eola ma'ua mea ukini, mea ulei, o neia aina, hulu pe ika hunakai, ka I amili I ka lima, Heha Waipi'o e ka noe. 1, 2, 3. So remember that part is lele right, lele left, step forward, right ami, o step back on the right, front, kaholo left, to the left. All right, write that down. Right, left, good, good. Last verse, right? To the right, and Haina ia mai anaka puana no ka lei hapapua sepania. So this goes back to the theme of the song. So this apparent criticism coming from the community that compares the composer to King Herod is because of this love affair we find out is with this half Spanish blossom. Nokale, the lei, hapapua. So there are two sides to this. Hapa, half of the flower, or half of the lei of words, the story, with a Spanish person, sepania. Sepania, those are words in our language like Española. We have Española, became paniola or paniolo. Sepania is another word. All right, haina to the right. Haina ia mai anaka puana no kale hapapua sepania he kupano ka aina. A child born from the land, someone from this land, because they are Hapapua, so they're half Hawaiian and have some Spanish blood. Again, He kupano ka'aina. So palms down, because now we're talking about the land. Okay? Ha'ina pa. Ha'ina ia mai anaka puana no kale hapapua sepania he kupano ka'aina. Once more. Ha'ina to the right from your mouth. Ha'ina ia mai anaka puana no kale hapapua sepania he kupano ka'aina. Write that down right there. Kalana ku'uho me puni Waipi'o Nena pe anani o ka'aina Kakela he haliali He rore ku'uho alike Mo ipuni puni ha'ake. First verse. Kaulana ku'uho me puni waipi'o. Mena pe anani o ka'aina. Kakela he haliali. Herode ku'uho alike. Mo ipuni ha'ake. Second verse. Kukuna okala. Kukuna okala ko ukapaia. E olino neia puni kahonua. Awea e unalila. Lihila una ole mai. Na ali inui o kea. Kukuna okala. Kukuna okala ko ukapaia. E olino neia puni kahonua. Awea e luna lila. Lihilauna ole mai. Na ali inui o kea. E ola maua mea ukini. Mea ule o neia aina. Ulupe i kahuna kai. Kai amili i kalima. Heha Waipi'o e kanoe. E ola maua mea ukini. Mea ulei o neia aina. Ulupe i kahuna kai. Kai amili i kalima. Heha Waipi'o e kanoe. Haina ia mai ana kapuana. No ka lei hapapua se pania. He kupa no ka aina. And that's where we ended. Yeah. He kupa no ka aina. E kipa mai maloko. Haleiwa beautiful home. Okay, right? E kipa mai, come in, maloko, to my beautiful home called Haleiwa. And then back. Again. E kupa no ka aina. E kipa mai maloko. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kaholo. 1, 2. Just that part. Ekipa and 1. He kupa no ka aina. Kalamai again. He kupa no ka aina. Now lele. E kipa mai maloko. Haleiwa beautiful home. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, from He kupa no ka aina. E kipa mai maloko. Haleiwa beautiful home. Haleiwa beautiful home. 1, 2, 3, cha cha cha. Okay, what are we doing? You need to write down lele right, lele left, kukahela, and from that point there, stay in that position. Kuhio forward, back, 3 and 4. Take your kaholo, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, lele to the right, lele to the left, Ekipamai. Don't forget, Ekipamai is to come in, to come and visit again. Right, left, Kukahela. 1, 2, Kuhio Imua, back, 3, 4. And then it's going to repeat, Hale Eva beautiful home. Again, Lele, Lele, right and out. Okay, write that down. The last of that verse. Yeah. Hana ho. All right. Aloha mai kako, lehua kawai kapu okalani here in Santa Cruz and doing a series of workshops. I'm going to travel next to San Ramon and I'll be teaching there and then on to Sacramento, helping all of my students here in Santa Cruz. It's Kumu Mehana and of course Kumu Kala and Kumu Taira came and all the different kumu here to learn. And today's song that's going to end these 4 workshops, a beautiful song, traditional song called Heha Waipi'o. So let's go. Kaulana, kaulana ku uho me puni waipi'o, nena pe anani o ka aina, ka kela he haliali. Erore ku uhoa like mo I puni haake. Kaulana ku uho me puni waipi'o, anani o ka aina, ka kela he haliali. Erore ku uhoa like puni haake. Kukuna o kala o ukapaia, puni ka honua, auea e luna, o ole mai, inui o ke a. Kukuna o kala, ia, ia, puni ka honua, auea e luna lilo, lihi launa ole mai, o ke a. E ola, la maua mea ukini, ea ule, nea aina, I ka huna kai, I amili I ka lima, heha Waipi'o e ka noe. E ola, la maua mea ukini, ule I ka kai, kai amili ka lima, heha haina, haina ia mai ana, ua se pani, e ki pano aina, maloko, haina ia mai ana ka puana, Kaleha papu ania no ka aina mai maloko haleiwa beautiful. All the way from Santa Cruz, California. Aloha.